The first evidence of extraterrestrial waves was found on Saturn's moon Titan. These waves aren't made of water, they're made of hydrocarbons such as methane and ethane, and the waves may only be a few centimeters high, but this is still pretty big. The food industry has been lying to you your whole life. Turns out those little tiny baby carrots, yeah, they're not actually babies. They're not actually baby carrots. No, they're big carrots. They cut in half.
Cut, cut, cut the carrot, cut, the carrot, cut the carrot, cut. Ouch!
And, rounded down. They're not baby carrots. They're a big carrot. They don't taste any different. And now you know why.
And knowing is half the battle.
This just in. Vegan attacks are on the rise. Extremist animal rights activist attacks have changed from attacks on facilities to attacks on individual scientists and researchers. 46% of the illegal attacks by vegans and other animal rights activists have been on individuals from 2000 to 2012. That is a lot higher from previous decades. The Federation of American Societies for Experimental Biology has released a report on this. The threat of extremism to medical research, the best practices to mitigate risk through preparation and communication. The FASEB report advises scientists and researchers to limit the amount of information they make available on the internet. Vegans can be violent.
Russell Crowe, loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius, and star in the new film Noah, directed by Darren how do you pronounce that, Mr. Parker Lehman?
Aronofsky,
has recently been spotted along with cast and crew in Vatican City, attempting to establish a private meeting with the Pope. Which Pope was it, Mr. Jordan Jacob?
You don't know who Pope Francis is?
Pope Francis I, although all advances have been turned down. In a tweet, or actually several tweets, Russell Crowe attempted to invite said Pope. What was it again?
You don't know who Pope Francis is?
To a private meeting and a private screening of the film, saying, well, it is biblical, so you can imagine. Well, the Pope is already in the European Hollywood, so I don't know why he'd want to come to the Californian one. Thank you very much. The president of Russia, what was his name again?
You don't know who Vladimir Putin is?
President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, recently, following the referendum on Sunday of the people of Crimea, annexed the southeast region of Ukraine known as Crimea, in what most Western states call against international law, and, as the Ukraine says, a robbery. In response, our federal government has made sanctions against Russia because they work all the time whenever we do them, especially against Iran. The Russian Deputy Prime Minister had this to say about the sanctions, which he said via Twitter. Comrade Barack Obama, what should those do who have neither accounts nor property abroad? Or you didn't think about it? This was in response to the United States freezing assets all over Russia in one of their numerous sanctions. Welcome back to World War I.
hello and where's my mug? Where's my mug? Someone give me my mug! Thank you. Hello and welcome to Guerilla Wolves Movie News. I'm Parker Lehman. Why can't the good fan fictions get turned into movies? I mean, we have a Mortal Instruments movie, 50 Shades of Grey movie coming in 2015, and now we have Divergent, a veritable Frankenstein's monster of plot elements from more successful books. Divergent is the latest film in the young adult craze that stars up-and-coming actors such as Shailene Woodley, Theo James, Miles Teller, and veterans such as Kate Winslet and Ashley Judd. It is directed by Limitless director Neil Berger and written by Snow White and the Huntsman scribe Evan Daughtry and Hope Springs writer Vanessa Taylor. As you can tell, I feel that this film is a mixed bag. Neil Berger directs wonderfully but is inhibited by the bland cinematography. Shailene Woodley gives a fantastic performance but is bogged down by her robotic co-star Theo James and the paint-by-numbers script. The major drawback of this movie is the novel that it's based on. It borrows the districts and future society from the Hunger Games, the long training segments from Ender's Game, the uninteresting romantic subplot from Twilight, the dream-walking sequences from Inception, and the freaking mind control plot from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Yes, I went there. Regardless of the story's many flaws, it still held my interest thanks to Neil Berger's fantastic directing and Shailene Woodley's excellent performance. But it still doesn't change the fact that this movie is a well-oiled money-making machine. It takes things that made other young adult adaptations popular and cooks them up into a potpourri of young adult teen angst that will have teenage girls rushing to the theater. There are just so many better young adult novels that could have been adapted for the screen. I got a list right here. The Everlost trilogy, the Atherton books, the Unwind books, Speaker for the Dead and the Other Ender books, Hatchet, Storm Thief. Heck, how about an Alex Rider reboot? Stop taking the safe route and take some risks for once, Hollywood! So overall, it has its moments, but the very existence of this movie disgusts me. So I give it a 4.5 out of 10. What? Not really worth seeing. And to the adamant fans of the Divergent books, read any of the titles I just mentioned. Until next time, I'm still Parker Lehman.
You're not.